Those are great meatballs too. Are they not amazing? That's some good food. We have some wonderful cooks on the parade committee. I'm Kelly Jo Wright. I'm parade chair. It's an honor to have you all here with us this evening, and it's more than an honor to get to say wonderful things about Rissa. Thank each and every one of you all for coming. What I would like to start out with initially is thanking some members of the parade committee for making this happen. I'm going to put my eyes back on. I want to make sure I don't forget anyone not present tonight. As some of you all might have noticed her absence, she had to travel out of town, is Nancy Green. Nancy has been over 20-something years. Nancy's been a member of the parade committee, and she usually helps facilitate and run the Grand Marshal's reception. But she sends her love tonight and regrets that she cannot be here. Also, in the back, who's probably hiding in the kitchen, we have Missy Tackett, who is the director of the Chamber of Commerce. Missy is back there somewhere hiding. They'll come out, they may not. We also have Holly Claiborne. Holly, of course, works at Powell Clinch. Holly's the one who made everything beautiful for you guys tonight. Lindsay Lawson, the administrator at Tenova Nursing Home. Lindsay is, of course, back in the kitchen as well. They're all hiding. But Lindsay, this is her first year working with the parade, and so she's been an incredible asset. Dana Miller, the newest member, has stepped in and filled a role of someone that has broke her heart. Robin Baird, we told her we're not accepting her resignation. After the passing of her son Eric, she's struggling, and we're all going to have to pray with her. She's having a hard time finding her joy again, and we told her we're not going to accept that resignation. We're just going to wait, and we're going to let her walk right back in when she's ready, and it's all in God's time. Okay? So before I say that, who's going to get to go to the parade Saturday? Who's going to get to go cheer Rissa on? Awesome. She'll be pulling out from the Y12 Credit Union area in a beautiful carriage with a 2,500-pound horse to boot. So he's quite a machine. He's gorgeous. We are pleased tonight to honor our 2025 Campbell County Christmas Parade Grand Marshal, Dr. Rissa Pryce. Rissa is a local, third-generation healthcare provider whose career in pharmacy has been shaped by service, leadership, and a lifelong commitment to our community. Pryce began her studies at the University of Tennessee and earned her Doctor of Pharmacy degree from Mercer University in Atlanta. In 1980, she returned home to Campbell County and joined Terry's Pharmacy under founder Terry Ratcliffe. After 17 years of dedicated work, she purchased the business in 1997, continuing its legacy as a trusted independent pharmacy serving generations of local families, mine included. Rissa is married to Dr. John Burrell, and together they share a blended family tied in faith, service, and community values. She is the mother of 4 daughters, Raven Snodderly, Leslie Stanley, Elizabeth Tammer, and Emily Wilson. Pryce is the mother-in-law to John Snodderly, Derek Stanley, and Justin Wilson. She also has 4 bonus children, John Burrell Jr., Brett Burrell, Stacy, Drew Burrell and Laura, and Elizabeth Burrell and Chris George. She's the proud yada of Nora Snodderly, Zeke Snodderly, Layton Stanley, Baker Stanley, Catherine George, John Walter George, Maggie Burrell, and Dane Siler Burrell. In 2008, Rissa's oldest daughter, Dr. Raven Snodderly, joined Terry's Pharmacy. Might as well call it Rissa's Pharmacy. After graduating from Sanford University's McWhorter School of Pharmacy, continuing a rare multi-generational woman-led legacy in independent pharmacy. Rissa is also a proud partner of Refuel IV, expanding her commitment to modern, patient-focused wellness services in the region. Pryce has been a respected leader in the statewide pharmacy advocacy appointed by Governor Bill Haslam to the Tennessee Board of Pharmacy, where she later served as chairman. In that same year, her daughter Raven served as president of the Tennessee Pharmacists Association, making them the first mother-daughter female duo in Tennessee history to simultaneously lead both governing bodies of the profession. Her dedication to healthcare advancement extends across her memberships and civic roles, present and former, including the Tennessee Pharmacists Association, Campbell County Chamber of Commerce, Campbell County Rotary Club, La Follette City Planning Commission, Campbell County Children's Center, and the La Follette United Methodist Church. Pryce, as a philanthropist, has supported countless community efforts and events. With more than 40 years of service, Rissa Pryce continues to embody the heart and of independent pharmacy, combining clinical excellence, community connection, and a leadership that has helped shape the future of healthcare in Tennessee and in our community. Congratulations, Rissa Pryce. And before I hand it off to John Snodderly to say a few words about his mother-in-law, that's totally not fair. You're going to really, I hope this is going to be a great roast if he's got the nerve. Let's just see how he does. But on a side note, it's been probably 10 years, if not longer. We found that the donations at the parade were just going down. Say, times change, business is tough, we get it. But there were some businesses that were maybe giving $500 historically that all of a sudden began to give 50, and time's gone right then. So I thought, we're going to need to really get a headline sponsor. We need to get someone that we can really depend on, that can be there for us and help support this parade and its mission and what it does and what it means to so many. And I didn't even have to think about it because I knew how embedded she was in the community. And I made one phone call, and Rissa's like, I'll do it. And in fact, I never even told her I was going to put the name of Terry's on it. I never even told her. If she never had her name mentioned, she would have still done it. And I love her for that. So many times we have needed money for costumes and we've needed money for repairs on things, and I can't even get into all the nuts and bolts of what it takes to make this thing run, but a check that this individual wrote has carried this parade for 10 years, and you better believe she deserves to be Grand Marshal. Congratulations. John, come on up here and say a few words.
Well, I am honored to be able to roast my mother. I've waited a number of years to be able to do this, and I'm not scared. But all jokes aside, if you notice, I brought this up only because I look over and my wife has like 3 pages written down. My sister-in-law has a page or 2 written down, and then Timmy never has notes, so I'm sure he doesn't have any notes. He's going to go with it like I would. But all jokes aside, Rissa is one of the most caring people I have ever known. We get to see a side that you don't. I'm a man of great emotion, but we get to see a side that many do not, and it's the caring and giving and loving side of things. She does so much for her patients, their families, her employees, their families, and our family. She is incredible. Now, let me say, there's some times that can be touch and go, okay? Okay? There have been some moments that I've had that it's touch and go. Let me give you some things to look for. First of all, if her eyelid goes about right here, you better, brow, sorry, not eyelid, that'd be a problem. But I'll tell you where to go and get fixed. But if her eyebrow is right in this area, you might take that off. Okay? But you'll be okay. You'll live, because I have. I've seen the eyebrow several times, and we made it, haven't we? Yeah, buddy, we have made it. She's one of these people, as Kelly Jo mentioned just a few minutes ago, that does things but doesn't look for any of the honor that goes with it. She is kind of a behind-the-scenes kind of person, which I have to admire and respect. That's a good way to think. What's happened? I think I'm just tired. No, I'm just kidding. she has inspired me in several ways. She's made me, as a son-in-law, a better person. Okay? But she's made me a better person in the business sense in a lot of ways as well. She's been one of my #1 cheerleaders through the majority of my life. When Rayla and I first started dating, let's say it was a little secret, touch and go, little taboo if you can't tell if you look at me. And then when Rayla comes up here, you'll notice that there is a little bit of an age difference. And yes, there is. But when I first started dating Raylan, I said, here's the deal. Is your mother good with this? She said, I don't know, you're going to have to talk to her. I said, oh, God. Oh. So I talked to Rissa, and she said, okay, I'm good with it. I think you two would be a great couple. You two will do great. And she always was in my corner, and I appreciate that. But as I close, because I'm a man of few words and great emotion, just remember that. Take note of that. Let me say there is no more deserving person to receive such an honor as the Grand Marshal of our parade. I love a parade. I've told Ray with that for years. It's great, but you do so much for so many that if we could, any of us, be about a third of that kind of person, the world would be a better place. So, thank you, Rissa. I love you from my heart.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Now we'd like to call up Rissa's daughter, Emily Taylor Wilson.
Thank you guys so much for coming. It's so amazing just to see Mom in the spotlight. She's never, like we've all said, she's never in the spotlight. She's always just kind of the person sitting in the back and watching it all unfold. But today is especially meaningful because we get to honor someone who has dedicated so much of their time lifting up our community. It is a privilege to see Mom serve as Grand Marshal, which is a role that reflects not only her years of dedication, but also the love and commitment that she has shown into every corner of this community. Mom's kindness, generosity, and belief towards others has made this community so much stronger. She has touched countless lives through her everyday actions. Growing up, we were always told that our mom was scary and intimidating. However, that's not what we saw. We saw the most tender, loving, and fun mom. But I won't lie, she could also be sometimes, scary. So, I'm going to tell you guys a little story about when Mom scared me. So Liz and I were probably kindergarten, and Mom would yell up the stairs because all the girls' bedrooms were upstairs, and then Mom's was downstairs. And so she would yell up the stairs and say, "Girls, feet on the floor, get up, get ready for school. Come on, we gotta go," or "Hurry up, we're running late," whatever. So feet on the floor, whatever. Ran downstairs. Started getting ready, changed my clothes, and she would always do her hair. Okay, so she, went in her bathroom, she did my hair, and went and, fixed breakfast or did whatever. And so I walked back in there and I was like, "Mom, are you ready to go?" And she said, "Get over here, your hair looks terrible, let me fix it." So I said, "Okay, Mom." So she fixes my hair, no big deal. And so she does it again. And so we go get in the car, and, Mom gets in the driver's seat, I get in the back seat, and she said, "Where's Elizabeth?" And I said, "Well, Mom, she's still in bed." And she said, "Oh my gosh, why didn't you say anything? Did I just do your hair twice?" And I said, "Yeah, Mom, I was scared to say anything the way you were beating my head with that hairbrush." So, however, I will be forever thankful to Mom for being there, being a role model, and a genuine mentor to me, but also for making my hair look oh so great on that day in kindergarten that only I will remember twice. I forgive you for that though, because Mom, I know I'm your favorite. So, thank you, Mom, for always believing in me and for nurturing the incredible sense of community that surrounds us. Your kindness, strength, and unwavering support have shaped not only my life, but the lives of so many others. I can say with complete honesty that you have touched the life of every single person in this room in one way or another. Through your generosity, your guidance, and your warm strength, you bring into every place that you enter, every space. We are all better because of you. Okay, so I'm actually doing 2 speeches. So before we close, Mom's other favorite daughter has something to say. So Liz was sad that she had to miss today, but she asked if I will share a few comments on her behalf about our mom. Notice everybody looks around. Yeah, I would be scared too, Mom. I edited this for her. So she wanted me to make a few comments about our mom, aka our pizza. So for those of you who don't know, we had a group message, and Liz had typed Rissa in it. And sometimes we just like to talk, third person and just call each other by their actual names instead of like Mom or whatever. Okay, so instead of saying Rissa, it autocorrected to pizza. So we fully embrace Mom as a pizza. We call her that all the time. And so Liz goes on to say, who doesn't love pizza and who doesn't love Rissa? She is warm, one call away, always shows up exactly when you need her, just like your favorite slice of pizza. And just like a good pizza, she has layers. She's generous, tough when she needs to be, funny without trying, and full of heart. She's the person who remembers every birthday, checks in when she senses something is off, and celebrates even our smallest wins as if they're major life events. Most of all, she's the center of our family, the thing that keeps us gathered, grounded, and grateful. So today, even though Liz can't be here, we celebrate our grand Marshal, pizza, the one who holds us all together, makes us feel loved, and reminds us how lucky we are to call her ours. Thank you guys so much for being here for my mom.
Thank you, Emily. Now we need to call up Tim's Pizza.
Just like John, I didn't write anything down. I never write anything down. But yeah, so every time I'm with the podium, usually I'm talking about Rissa, which that's a good thing because my dad always told me you are who the 5 people you hang around. And over the last couple of years, the Pryce family, the Snodleys, I've spent a lot of time with them. So and I keep ending up on a podium. So I think I'm on the right track, following the right people. And kind of that's how Rissa's had an impact on my life, is a guide is probably the best word for it. Whether it's with business or personal life, anything, if I have a question, she has an answer. And it's been great because, the stress of this and that, whether it's, like I said, business or personal life, she's there. And usually it's sometimes not what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. And that's what's most important. And that's why we work well together, is because we don't like to beat around the bush. We tell each other straight up as it is, whether someone agrees or not. And it works. It works. And, just learning, the ins and outs of how to run a business, how to operate. There's no better person to learn from who has done it for a long time, not only for a long time, but successfully for a long time. That's the difference. If one day I can have a group of people show up like this, like for me, like I said, I'm hanging around the right people. Every time I end up at a podium, I'm staring right at Rissa because she got me here somehow, right? Hanging around the right people. That's kind of the guide. She guides everything. Guides me and Rayward. We argue and she handles us. We argue all the time. So yeah, she plays mom, and she's not biased either. Sometimes I win, which is good. She's not biased. But yeah, Rissa, it's pretty impressive. I like to watch her work and get things done because the outcomes are amazing. Not only that, how you raise your kids, I hope you do the same with mine. It's it's awesome. Everyone's grown up. Like your kids helped raise me, a lot of them, and then now we're passing them down to the next generation. I like to help them learn and seek. It's a blast. But yeah, so make sure you're not too close in the parade. She might peg you with Smarties on Saturday, throwing out candy. But yeah, she's tough, she's strong, she gets blank done. Alright? I'll keep it clean. I think I see a video camera. Yeah. But thank you guys for coming, Rissa. She changed my life. I'm sure many of yours as well. But yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Tammy. Now it's time for the ring slide.
Okay, so contrary to what my sisters believe, I am the favorite. I don't care what they say. Today, I'm here with the honor of speaking about someone who means more to me than words can ever truly capture. And that's my mom, the Grand Marshal of our Great Fun Parade. I'm going to touch on a few points through this conversation, and one of them being her profession, her strength, her love, and her service to others. Before I start, when she called me to come back to her office, I thought, oh shoot, our pharmacy ordering bills too high, she's going to jump our case again. And the girls in the back, all her staff is here, and they understand, like, when we hear, Raymond, come back here. You're like, oh God, what's wrong? And she said, she was called me back to tell me she'd been selected to be Grand Marshal of the Parade. And I said, well, I think that's wonderful. She said, Raymond, they give that to people that are old. I said, you're not old. And we laughed about it. They give it to honor someone who is selfless and an ambassador for the community, and that she is. Mom, as we've touched on tonight, is a third-generation healthcare provider and has practiced for 40 years in this town. She's lived an interesting life. She returned to La Follette in 1980 and began her professional journey at Terry's Pharmacy. Fortunate to work right next to her father and live next to her parents. Starting her career filling prescriptions on a typewriter and navigating a landscape of very few insurance companies, she quickly became an integral part of the pharmacy. As the insurance companies emerged, she spearheaded the challenge of modernizing the stores for patients, eventually leading the pharmacy into the computerized era. Known for her exceptional way with patients, we often refer to her as Elvis, as everyone is starstruck when she walks out of her office to greet them. She's also known for being our protector at the pharmacy. She can quote, as Bree says, blow your hair back in the most polite way. And as many say, hand you your rear end on a platter and make you feel great about it. Now, I'll tell you when I wasn't going to tell a story, and Emily said it was perfectly fine to tell, but I do have to tell you this. So, when I first came back to practice, I was at the house. I don't know why I was there, but she said, Raymond, the police have called. Somebody's in our dumpster. I was like, okay. She's like, come on, we got to go meet the police. So, we had this problem with people climbing into our dumpster. So she pulls in, blows in that minivan. I think it's, no, it was your Suburban at that time, Chicago. She blows in there and she's mad at her hornet. She reaches back in the back seat. She has a broom. And why she had a broom, I don't know. She gets out of there and she goes, hey, get out of my dumpster. We can hear the person rambling around. She takes that broom and hits the side of the dumpster, and the guy jumps up like Jack in the Box. He goes, hey lady, I was just digging through the trash. Get out of my dumpster. So anyway, it's kind of funny. But now I will say following that, if someone out front is giving us too much cane, she's right there to step in. She's also a teacher. I started counting the number of kids that she's mentored through employing them at Terry's Pharmacy. She's always had a special place in her heart for hiring high school kids that wanted to go into the medical profession. So that could be pharmacy, nursing, pharmacy technician, dentistry, doctor, whatever. But she wanted to introduce them to that profession. I I started trying to count them, and last night I got to 34 and lost count. That is 34 individuals that her influence guided their decision in life. Her dedication and passion not only transformed the pharmacy, but have also deeply impacted those in the community. My mom is strong in ways that don't always show on the surface, but that you feel the moment you stand beside her. She has weathered storms that would have broken many people, yet she never let them define her. Instead, she faced every obstacle with a kind of quiet courage that taught me that what real strength looks like. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, it's steady, patient, and full of heart. And even in the hardest moments, she never lost her spark. My mom is very witty in a way that catches you off guard, in the best possible way. She'll laugh at her own jokes to the point that she wheezes. Sometimes she can't even look at us, or she hides under the counter because she's so tickled. And then gets us all tickled, and then we have to go face the public. It's quite fun. She can take a moment and lighten it with one clever comment. She can make me laugh when all I want to do is fall apart. Her humor has been her armor, her gift, and sometimes the lifeline that pulled both of us through. She is loving in a way that stays with you. It's the kind of love that doesn't ask for anything back, the kind that shows up when you need it most, sometimes before you even realize you needed it. Her love has held me together in moments I didn't think I could keep going. It's the kind of love you learn from the kind you carry with you, the kind you try to live up to. And the beautiful thing is that love doesn't stop with our family. My mom is a giver to this community, someone who opens her heart and her hands to others, even when she's tired, even when she's busy, even when life has given her every excuse not to. She gives because she believes in kindness. She believes in people. She believes that helping someone is never wasted. I can tell you many stories about her. One in particular is when I think I was in late elementary school, early middle school. We rounded the stop sign on Beach Street, and she saw it right at below the store, so that would have been Indiana, coming from Beach Street. And she saw someone she knew without shoes and a coat. She pulled over and gave them her shoes and her coat, and kept on going. If she sees any of our patients that have a need, such as food, a ride, or just a simple prayer, she helps them and provides. Watching her give so selflessly has shaped the way I see the world and the kind of person I strive to be. One of the greatest blessings of my life is that we work together, not just in a literal sense, but side by side, growing through challenges, celebrating victories, and learning from one another. We've overcome so many obstacles together, we broke history together, we built programs together, and we've trailblazed together. There were times when things seemed impossible, when the weight felt too heavy, when we didn't know what would come next. But every time she showed me that as long as we stand together, we can make it through anything. Mom, you've been my strength, my laughter, my comfort, my example, my greatest teacher. You've given me a life filled with love, resilience, and hope, and I'm endlessly grateful. I am who I am because of you, and I'm so proud of you, so deeply proud to be your daughter. Congratulations, you deserve this honor of Great Marshal.
If we did nothing but get to pick the Great Marshal every year, it would be worth it. It's that kind of honor, and it just floods our souls with joy to get to do this. And another family sitting right here, so this is something that we love, and again, we appreciate you all doing this. At this time, I would like to ask Missy Tackett, Holly Claiborne, and Lindsay Lawson to come up here with you. You all may not know that, but there is this thing called the Holly Bowl. It's a Christmas-like contest. But it's so much fun. Where's the glory that does? but it's fun, and Rissa has sponsored that since its inception. And it gets thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of votes every year, and she has supported that from the beginning. So it's just something else to add on there, a little bit more mascara lipstick that she has given the community, and something that they can build a tradition out of. So at this time, the parade committee would like to ask Rissa Pryce to come forward.
I don't have anything written down, but I do have a few things to clarify. Number one, I have about 20 employees or their spouses here, and I think they can all vouch the eyebrow is real. And I wouldn't show it to you, but I'm happy rather than mad, because it only happens when I get mad. This eyebrow goes, whoa. I'm real mad, it goes back. The second thing is, Justin Wilson, Emily's husband, is my second favorite son-in-law. And he wants to remain there because he said first favorite is too much work. So, anyway, I'm sorry Leslie and Elizabeth couldn't be here, but I certainly appreciate this. This is an honor. Actually, I've been at Terry's Pharmacy for 45 years, and I mean, I'm only 46, you know? So, but I always wanted to come back to La Follette, and never really planned on going anywhere else. It's just, you know, where I was raised, and I'm still on the hill, the same place that I was born and where I grew up with my family. And then had my own, my grandparents and everybody else. But giving to La Follette has been one of my favorite things to do. Giving through our jobs, giving through the church, giving through just seeing people out. But La Follette is my home, and La Follette has given so much to me. That is the most important thing. And I appreciate all of y'all coming out today. It makes me feel good, and I'll be warmed up in thermals and everything on Saturday, so I hope to see everybody at the parade. Thank all of y'all for coming out. Certainly appreciate it.
Thank you all for coming. We'll be snapping some pictures with Rissa, and of course, don't forget to sign about it on the way out. Grab some punch. Thank you. Yes, and we're getting ready to cut the cake. They're getting ready to cut the cake, so if you do want some cake, please stick around. Thank you.